I'm Nelson Griggs, the president of the Nasdaq Stock Exchange, and I'm here today with Pete Arduini, the CEO of GE Healthcare, who has joined us from Europe, as well as Helmut Zodl, the company's CFO, who has joined us from Nasdaq MarketSite. Welcome, gentlemen. So we're absolutely thrilled to welcome you here today as GE Healthcare announces its new brand identity, as well as it'll be listed on Nasdaq after its spinoff. This is a very, very exciting moment, and we're thrilled to discuss with you what that means for the company, as well as the healthcare ecosystem. And congratulations and welcome.
Thank you, Nelson, and we're excited to be here too. It's obviously a very exciting day for us. The announcement of our logo, the selection of the Nasdaq exchange is an important milestone for us on the journey to becoming an independent company. As you know, we're a leading global medical technology company, pharmaceutical diagnostics, and also a digital solutions innovator in the healthcare ecosystem. Just to give you an idea of scale for clinicians and patients, we have about 4 million pieces of installed base equipment, over 1 billion patients that we interact with on a yearly standpoint, and we serve customers in over 160 markets throughout the world where we have infrastructure. The GE Healthcare name is, it just has global familiarity, and it's a powerful brand equity play. And so retaining the name and the monogram as symbols of quality, safety, and trust innovation are super important for us, but also adding some new twists to it. And so, look, I think, when lives are at stake, patients and clinicians want the confidence and comfort in the name and brand that they know, who's delivered for them for years. And Helmut and I saw that last week at our largest radiology show in Vienna, where that's really came true in customers' minds. Changing the color also is going to be important. We're branding our color Compassion Purple, kind of represents the evolution from the GE Blue, adding warmth, adding an emphasis of focus on people and our commitments to improving lives. And the next step of the journey kind of reflects our deep commitment to advancing what we call personalized and connected care, really to simplify the patient's journey across the whole pathways and to drive better outcomes. And so that's really what it's all about, making a difference in the lives of our people, patients, as well as our customers, really in those moments that matter. And so we're focused on innovation and deepening our competitive advantages to progress forward as a world leader in health technology.
Well, thanks for that introduction, Pete. And Helmut, a few questions for you.
Sure.
Maybe start with some of the drivers of why GE Healthcare chose to list on Nasdaq.
Yeah, it's really the excellence and the focus that Nasdaq has around innovation, technology, as well as healthcare. This is what really convinced us to choose Nasdaq, as our stock exchange. And the decision was very easy at the end, to go with Nasdaq. What's really exciting, I think, is that our spin process is progressing very well. So we are in the middle of preparing for the spin, and we are on track to spin in early 2023. And today's also exciting moment. We're announcing our ticker of GEHC that we're going to be used, in early 2023. So overall, I would say, what Pete said also, our focus on precision health and our focus on innovation really very much aligns with Nasdaq, and we are very excited about the opportunity together ahead.
A very exciting day for us here too at Nasdaq, so thank you for that. So when you think about the healthcare ecosystem and how it'll evolve over the next 5 to 10 years, a lot of changes will take place. What does that mean for the moment and for the future of GE Healthcare?
The healthcare ecosystem is really moving into personalized care. So precision health is really coming to life. What works for one person does not work for others. So you really need to differentiate. And a key driver of that is really in digitalization. How we drive better patient outcome, drive productivity to healthcare providers alike. AI is really critical in this process to really drive insights throughout the care pathways, from diagnosis to imaging to treatment and then also monitoring. Those elements are very, very critical. And the way how care is delivered is also changing. Think about a large hospital, an outpatient center, or even at home. The customer and the patient expect very similar care delivered throughout those different locations. So with that said, I think we are really at the center, in the middle of these transformations, and we have a very focused team and a dedicated team that wakes up every morning, delivering on that promise for our patients and customers. So I think we have a great growth opportunity ahead.
That's great, and they're obviously doing that today, but now with the spinout, how does the spinout really enable and further enhance the growth opportunities?
It's really 3 areas, Nelson, I see in this. First and foremost, it's about innovation. Secondly, it's about scale. Thirdly, it's about optimization. So when you think about innovation, it's all about the investment in R&D, but also a continued NPI investment and delivery of new products to our customers. It's also opening up the ecosystem to have partnerships and to tuck in M&A acquisitions as we go along. Secondly, it's about scale. We operate in a $75 billion industry, and we are serving about 1 billion patients annually. Our install base is large, with around 4 million units, and our customer intimacy with our customer, with this large recurring revenue of around 50% is very important. And thirdly, which I'm very excited, is about optimization. How we use lean to optimize our business operating model, how we drive more efficiency across the organization, how we unbalance the matrix and really drive a strong end-to-end business operating model in the organization. So think about focusing on healthcare from the very top of our board, our senior management, as well across all the teams, with a healthcare-focused capital allocation, which I think is very important. I couldn't be more excited to be here with you today, here in New York at Nasdaq, on Times Square, where really branding, the business and life comes together with a pace like not many other places. So thanks for having us. I'm looking forward to be back again in the early next year.
Fantastic. Thank you.
Thanks, Nelson, and really want to thank your team. I think it's been a great experience. You guys do a world-class job of really helping a company and executive team think through what the right market fit is for your ecosystem and honestly where you're headed. And I got to say, the purple on the tower in Times Square has got to be one of the best looking colors I've seen out there. So wish that I could be there in person with Helmut, but I'm here sharing the excitement with our European colleagues and really look forward to seeing you and your team here in the near future, but particularly on spin-off day on Nasdaq. So thanks again.
We're looking forward to that moment as well. I want to thank you both and also the entire GE Healthcare team they work with. They're truly a world-class, such an innovative, game-changing company, and we want to welcome you to the Nasdaq family and onward and upward. So welcome both.